What if I told you there's a European country most travelers skip, yet it hides ancient cities, floating museums, alpine towns, sacred cliffs, and lakes older than civilization itself? This country borders Serbia, Kosovo, Bulgaria, Albania, and Greece, but somehow stays under the radar. Welcome to North Macedonia, a land shaped by Mediterranean warmth, Balkan soul, dramatic mountains, shimmering lakes, and stories written over thousands of years. Today we're uncovering the 10 best places to visit in North Macedonia. But here's the twist. Each place gets better and stranger than the last. So let me ask you this. How far would you travel for a place most people don't even know exists? Let's begin. Number 10, Prespa Lake. Question before next scene. What if nature's quietest places were its most powerful? Hidden in western North Macedonia lies Prespa Lake, shared by 3 countries, yet owned by peace itself. The water is crystal clear. Rolling hills melt into distant mountains, and the silence feels intentional. This isn't just a lake, it's a wildlife sanctuary. Pelicans glide across the surface like they're choreographed. Rare bird species turn the sky into a living documentary. Walk along the shore and you'll feel it. A perfectly balanced ecosystem where humans didn't interrupt. They cooperated. Prespa Lake doesn't try to impress you. It calms you into paying attention. But what if you could step even further back in time? Not years, but thousands of years. Number 9, Bay of the Bones Museum, Lake Ohrid. Question before next scene. How would you live if your house floated above the water? On the shores of Lake Ohrid sits one of the strangest museums in Europe. Wooden walkways, stilted houses, floating above the lake. Welcome to the Bay of the Bones Museum. This open-air archaeological site recreates a prehistoric village from over 4,000 years ago. You walk through wooden huts, see tools, daily objects, entire lives, preserved. This isn't a museum where you read signs. It's a museum where you step inside history. Behind you, the calm lake. Ahead of you, ancient survival. And suddenly you realize humans have always adapted. But what if history wasn't floating? What if it stood frozen on a mountain? Number 8, Kruševo question before next scene. Can a town be both historic and adventurous at the same time? High above the valleys sits Kruševo, North Macedonia's highest town. Cobblestone streets, stone houses, air so crisp it feels filtered. Time slows down here, on purpose. Kruševo is packed with history, from independence monuments to preserved architecture that whispers the past. But this town doesn't just look backward. In summer, hiking and biking through pine forests. In winter, it transforms into a snow-covered playground for skiing and snowboarding. Add traditional taverns, local dishes, and welcoming locals, and Kruševo becomes a perfect balance of culture and adrenaline. But what if the next stop wasn't just beautiful? What if it felt sacred? Number 7, Church of St. John at Lake Ohrid. Question before next scene. Where would you build a church if you wanted heaven to notice? Perched dramatically on a cliff above Lake Ohrid stands St. John at Lake. This 13th century church doesn't just overlook the lake, it commands it. Stone walls, azure water below, mountains framing the horizon. Step inside and you're surrounded by ancient frescoes, stories of faith painted centuries ago. Outside, one of the most photographed views in the Balkans. This isn't just a church, it's a moment of silence turned into architecture. And if a single building can feel this powerful, what happens when an entire town becomes a nature sanctuary? Number 6, Mavrovo and Mavrovo National Park. Question before next scene. What if the perfect escape had no crowds, only mountains? Mavrovo feels like a secret. Chalet-style houses, cool alpine air, mountains wrapping around you like armor. This town sits inside Mavrovo National Park, one of Macedonia's most beautiful natural areas. In summer, hiking, lakes, wildlife, endless green. In winter, ski slopes, snow silence, frozen landscapes. Lake Mavrovo reflects the peaks like a mirror. Mavrovo doesn't rush you. It gives you space, something modern travel forgot. But now, We're entering places where faith, cities, and adventure collide. Ready? Number 5, Monastery of St. Naum, Lake Ohrid. Question before next scene. What if peace had an address? Founded in the 9th century, the Monastery of St. Naum sits quietly beside Lake Ohrid. Gardens surround it. Peacocks roam freely. The lake stretches endlessly below the cliffs. Inside, ancient frescoes and relics whisper centuries of devotion. Pilgrims come for St. Naum's tomb. Travelers come for the view. Both leave changed. But what if faith met city life instead? Number 4, Bitola. Question before next scene. How many empires can one city survive? Bitola has stories layered like stone, neoclassical buildings, Ottoman bazaars, European elegance mixed with Balkan soul. Nearby lies Heraclea Lyncestis, an ancient city with mosaics older than memory. Museums, clock towers, and cafes line the streets. And just outside the city, Pilister National Park, wild, untouched, and waiting. Bitola doesn't choose between nature and culture. It keeps both.
Wow.
But what if the land itself became an adventure? Number 3, Matka Canyon. Question before next scene. How does a canyon hide this close to a capital city? Matka Canyon feels impossible. Towering cliffs, emerald water, caves carved by time, kayak through silence, boat into hidden caverns, hike trails leading to waterfalls and viewpoints. Above it all sits a monastery, watching. Matka is nature showing restraint, then reminding you who's in charge. But now, it's time for the capital. Number 2, Skopje. Question before next scene. What happens when ancient history meets modern ambition? Skopje is bold, massive statues, modern bridges, a skyline that refuses to be ignored. Cross the stone bridge, and suddenly you're in the old bazaar. Mosques, churches, markets alive with tradition. Visit the Kale Fortress, explore museums, stay out late. Skopje doesn't sleep quietly. This city doesn't whisper its identity, it declares it. But only one place remains. Number 1, Ohrid and Lake Ohrid. Final question, what if one place had everything? Ohrid is the crown jewel, cobblestone streets, ancient churches. A lake older than most civilizations. Lake Ohrid is one of Europe's deepest and oldest. Crystal clear and alive, swim, boat, hike Galicica National Park for views that steal your breath. At night, the city glows with music, food, and life. Ohrid isn't just a destination, it's a complete experience. North Macedonia isn't loud, it doesn't beg for attention, but once you see it, you don't forget it. If you enjoyed this journey, subscribe to Global Footprints. Until next time, travel deeper, discover the unseen.